So look, this wife caught her husband. You know how wives be. They be like, nah, you acting different. You being sneaky. So they try to wait for you to go to sleep, go to bed, or leave, and try to grab your phone. So yeah, this wife did that with her husband, and she had to call the police after what she found.
I found some stuff on my husband's phone. Here's.
Oh.
Where's he at?
I've seen this, and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's alive.
The case begins inside a home in Cedar Springs, Michigan, where deputies respond to a call from a woman who has just discovered something on her husband's phone that she can't ignore. They speak with her at the residence, where she explains, through tears, that she found images involving children on the device and immediately knew that what she was looking at was not accidental or harmless.
I found some stuff on my husband's phone. Here's.
Where's he at?
He left because he knew.
He knew?
Yeah, he was acting really weird this morning about his phone. Yeah, sorry.
Her
my
dad?
dad, yeah.
Okay.
That's my mom and 2 kids. He was acting really weird about his
42, 44,
phone.
copy, stop.
So I took
42,
it out of his
44,
pocket
stop.
and I looked at it. It's 12.
He's Muskegon and Murray in
And my
Cedar
daughter's
Springs.
12.
How
Robert,
do you know it's a 12-year-old?
0, Sam, yellow,
Like the
gray,
title or whatever.
RAV4 with 1.
Like it, I don't know.
Okay, I can't search it. That's his phone?
Yeah,
I can't search it.
okay.
Okay? I am not asking you to search it.
I will search it.
I'm not
I will
asking
do that.
I'm not asking you to, and I'm not making you an agent of the state, okay?
I understand
that's
that
how
if I go through it, that's not going to mess up any investigation.
As far as I'm not going to ask you to
No,
show
I
me
know.
anything.
Okay, but can I willfully?
It's up to you.
I'm sorry. This is not what.
Has he ever been in trouble for this type of thing?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I took his computer too.
Okay, I'll take both of those. Where's he at?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did he make any suicidal statements or?
No, about
like
the
that.
last thing I said to him was, "You're going to prison." And then he left. Sorry, I have his pass. Can I show it to you?
Would you like?
And that's as far as I got.
What is that?
I,
Is that a website?
yeah,
What is that? Is it just a picture? Or?
yeah. It's like an AI thing.
She tells officers she didn't confront her husband or try to rationalize it away, because once she saw the content, she felt she had only one option, which was to call the police. That call starts the Mark LaBelle case, a case rooted in a decision made inside a family home before any arrest, charges, or headlines existed.
I have a computer.
Is that the only electronics you have access to that you're aware of?
Well, we have a PlayStation 5, and then my daughter has a couple games, but
I'm over here. Is that the only video that you saw? Or was there any videos, or was it just that?
I haven't looked through it. Just called you guys.
Do you have that open still so I can just kind of...
Inside the house, deputies ask her to carefully walk them through how she found the images, where the phone was, and what specifically appeared on the screen.
Run me through how this all played out today.
So, I was putting our 8-month-old to bed, and we're supposed to have a cookout, and he just disappeared. And after I got him settled down, I was trying to find him, and I walked out to our driver's side door, and he, threw his phone in his pocket and was standing in here, and looked all frazzled, and I was like, what the heck? And he was like, oh, I was just talking to Eddie, which is his friend, and he was acting really weird, so he grabbed a leaf blower and started leaf blowing the grass out of the garage, and I took it out of his pocket and walked away with it, and he followed me, because I thought he was cheating, and he followed me, and he was like, give me my phone or whatever, and I was like, give me your passcode, and he was like, no, and this went on for an hour, we were just going back and forth.
Were you here for any of this?
No, they showed up at the last second. I was just telling them, get out, you're obviously cheating, this is super weird, and he eventually was like, if I give it to you, passcode, can we have a conversation, and I was like, no, or I said, yeah, give me the passcode, and he did, and then I was like, okay, now you can go. I didn't even look at it yet. And then they showed up, so I got kids ready because I wanted them to leave because I thought he was cheating. So I thought we were going to have a conversation about that. So they get the 2 kids and walk out. And then I pull it up for the first time and I see that. So then I came back out and told my dad to come back in with me so I could grab my stuff and go because I was just going to go to the police station with it. But I just decided to call you guys because I'm so disgusted.
And then what happened with him?
I told my mom to take kids and go because I didn't want to be here because I was now freaking out. And my dad stayed back and we were over here. He came out, got in his truck and left.
Did he say anything to you about?
Hold on, before we keep going, that is the worst thing ever. Imagine you be like, okay, they cheating on me, and then it's worse. Like how is it worse than that? How do you make it worse than that? And then he tried to leave. He left because he trying to get a head start. He probably trying to flee the state, hide. No, y'all should have been on that already. I need all units look for him right now.
What you saw?
So when I went back in the room. I was still in pajamas because it started early, and to get dressed. And I looked around the corner in our bedroom to our master bathroom, and I said, "You're going to prison." And I just walked out.
Did he say anything to you in response?
No.
What was his body language?
Guilty? I mean,
Okay.
this is my job too. I'm an emergency nurse. I worked at DeVos for 3 years in the ED. I have seen this shit and I never thought it would happen to me. And we got 2 kids. One of them's 12. Like, I just kept saying, give me a passport, get out. And he was like, all right. Then I'll leave, and I'm like, what is on your phone that's so bad that, I would kick you out over it? And he made comments about me in therapy, and
What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean you in therapy?
No, he was like, I need therapy. He kept saying something like that, and then he told me that he was looking at porn of a pregnant woman, and I was like, that's not bad enough to make me leave you, whatever. What is your problem? And then he said, this went on for an hour back and forth, where I kept saying, just get out, and he kept saying, give me my phone, and I was like, I'm not, there's something on this phone that's so bad that you're willing to leave over it, so it's not, and
What's he drive?
an F-150.
As she speaks, officers document her account in detail, understanding that early statements like this are critical, especially in cases involving digital evidence. They take possession of the phone and begin the investigation, still not knowing where the strongest evidence will ultimately be found. But one of the most concerning things about the case was just about to be discovered.
Are you going to go with them?
Yeah, I think at least till you guys find them or do whatever. I don't know what. I've got 2 kids.
Okay. I just need to know you're going to have a safe place.
Yeah, obviously.
Where does he work at?
Cedar Springs Public Schools. He's a maintenance man there.
35-year-old Mark LaBelle, who had just been accused of child pornography, works as a maintenance worker at Cedar Springs Public Schools. That definitely shouldn't be allowed to go on. On learning this, the school immediately suspended the suspect, pending further investigation. 2 days later, detectives later interview Mark LaBelle, and he admits to consuming pornography and describes it as an addiction. But when asked about illegal material, he claims the images were AI generated and insists that no real children were involved.
Nah, buddy, you just gotta let us know what she's.
Come on. You 35 years old and trying to use a YouTube comment go-to? A YouTube, did he say this is AI generated? Lock him up, man. I don't think you understand that whenever you have files on your computer and all that, and you make AI videos, embedded in the file, you can tell. You can tell if it came from a source or if it came from a phone or something, if that makes sense. But we gonna see.
Gonna find so she doesn't get blasted on the side bank.
And I need to know if I need to open these downloads in a private setting or.
Right. Yeah,
Know what I'm saying?
I don't think I ever downloaded anything.
I'm sorry, I meant the phone download.
Oh, right.
So that would be
Right.
your search history,
Right.
everything that you
Well,
type into that phone.
Yeah, the images that you'll find on I mean, I don't know if it works that way or not, but so the AI generates images, and then I don't know if it works that way or not, if you'll see those, but.
Yeah. She'll see exactly what was on the screen of that phone will be in the download.
Right.
So
Yeah, you'll see, I mean, it's AI, so it's not perfect, so it does a lot of weird stuff sometimes, but yeah, it'll be, just a lot of graphic images of basically that.
Of what specifically?
I don't know, like kids and adults.
How old
and,
kids?
Varies probably from 10 to even, into adulthood really. Because I was just doing things like, I was looking up like celebrities too and whatnot.
Sure, so you're just kind of
Yeah,
ripping out new searches.
Yeah, I was just doing
messing with it.
Yeah, I was literally just, it was a lot of different things that I was making it do, basically.
Okay, and how often do you think you created these images?
For about a week straight, pretty much every day, every night it seemed like. Like it was just, I don't know, it was something new and exciting.
Investigators note the explanation without challenging it directly, then request consent to examine his electronic devices. LaBelle agrees, a choice that quietly changes the direction of the case.
Did you guys want to go through that garage where all his stuff is? Because if he was hiding something.
We just did.
Oh.
Yes, ma'am. So, didn't find anything. I know that might not feel a whole lot different than if we did. But, we went through that. I tossed that truck. I mean, it's not many hiding spaces there. It's pretty clean. So, I don't at all want to dismiss your concern.
Yeah.
But I think at this point we've done everything that we can.
I appreciate you guys coming. I didn't realize, the way it was described to me, the picture found on that phone was like overhead. Like in a bed.
It's hard to say. But knowing that Detective Van Ree is an expert and he deals with this sort of stuff, sort of like Sergeant Cardenas, all the time. So that's all they work. So I'm confident in his assessment that he could not confidently say that that picture was a camera intended to surveil somebody without their knowledge. And I have seen those, plenty of them. So I don't...
What's with the hidden camera?
It honestly could be used for a lot of things. We, at my house, I've used not trail cameras, but like fishing line type of camera to find a wire to move the thermostat.
Mine might have been a maintenance man, but my dad did all that kind of stuff.
Listen, like I said, I don't want to dismiss your concern at all, but we at this point have left no stone unturned.
Have you searched his house? His dad's house? Like whatever he took? Because he took out of here a blue bag full of crap. I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough for that. But we did anything that was on his phones, his iCloud, his computer, all of it. We've searched it, and I have not found a shred of evidence that indicates anybody from your family was involved.
But
that part is illegal. You cannot create AI images of juveniles involved in sexual activity or child racket or any of it. But we didn't find that. And like I said, I'm not saying you didn't see that, but I'm saying we didn't find it. So
it was the first thing on his phone.
Yeah, even if he was searching under an incognito browser, we don't have the image. Now, that if we would have found 5 more images or 2 more videos, that wouldn't have changed the charge. I mean, he was charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material. So that the difference between those 2 things would not have changed his charge at all. We got him with the most that we could have.
I understand that, but if there's without proof that
When you see the judge for those custodial rights or child visitation, just make sure you're voicing those opinions.
and
Their burden of proof and their decisions are made separate from ours.
He better not get out. What's going on here? Is he going to jail or not?
So I'm confident that any judge will come to the same conclusion as you have. Like, it's, hello, right? Like, you can see how easy one would be connected to the other. But as far as charges and evidence, we don't have enough. But like I said, if that does change, if all of a sudden he wakes up and wants to have an honest conversation, not the conversations that he and I had about, I don't know anything about anything, believe me, like
I've heard that before.
yes. So, I appreciate your time and you cutting out of work.
If I can find that computer monitor, whatever that he tore down, the rest of that, you guys want that? He never threw anything away, so he either has it or it's somewhere.
The monitor is of no help.
Not like whatever is in the.
If you've got something, give me a call.
Okay.
And we'll work through that. And I'll talk with either Paul, Detective Van Ree, or Detective Day. And they are experts in those sort of things. And I want to make sure that we have all the evidence that's available. There's nothing else right now.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Do you have any other questions or anything else we can do for you while we're here?
I appreciate you guys coming out.
When deputies follow up with LaBelle's wife, they explain that the phone she reported does not contain child sexual abuse material. The update is unexpected and briefly raises questions about where the investigation will lead. But detectives are careful not to treat the absence of evidence on one device as proof of innocence. Instead, they continue forward, knowing that digital cases rarely hinge on a single piece of hardware. That decision pays off when forensic analysts examine LaBelle's laptop and uncover more than 100 images of child sexual abuse material. Several of the images are confirmed through the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, verifying that they depict real victims whose abuse has already been documented by authorities. At that point, the AI explanation collapses, and the case moves from uncertainty to confirmation. The material is real, illegal, and extensive. By October 24th, court records show he is no longer employed at the school, and the district issues a statement emphasizing that he did not work directly with the students and that no students are believed to be involved. The message to families focuses on safety and transparency, while the investigation continues outside the school system. Detectives bring LaBelle in for a second interview, where they outline what was found on his laptop and explain that the images have been confirmed as known child sexual abuse material.
And I wanted to give you an opportunity to explain what was on that laptop because, like we spoke about before, I mean, this is your opportunity to bear everything. Mm-hmm. And what I told you before is I feared that, and I still have concern that what was on the laptop, mm-hmm. either you're not accepting that that's yours or you're trying to pawn it off on somebody else. And it's not getting to the root of your issues.
Right, I'm not trying to pawn it off on it, but like I said, I don't think anybody else would have access to it, because I don't know, but, I mean, I downloaded a thing called the Fappening probably a long time ago, which had like a lot, it was like a leak, of people's, pictures or something. Mm-hmm. So I downloaded that. So there was probably a bunch of pictures of random stuff. I don't know what would be on there. I never even got a chance to go through all of them. There were so many, I didn't realize it. Other than that, I have no idea what it could be.
So let's talk specifically about the child sexually abusive material that's on that laptop. I want to know where you got it.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know why there would be anything actually associated on that laptop as far as that stuff, because I've never downloaded anything like that, or the only thing I've ever done was go to a website a long time ago on it, and it was like a forum website that just brings you to another website, but I've never downloaded anything or anything like that, because, clearly I knew what I was doing was not right by any means, but I've never had anything other than that. I've never watched a video or anything. These are all just pictures that are online.
Okay, so the pictures that were online, do you remember what the website was called?
So the forum just takes you to random like number websites. So I don't know. The forum was like something land or something like that. And then you click on something and it brings you to another website, and then it's just an IP address basically. So I don't recall exactly. Yeah, I can't believe there was actually anything on there. I really didn't know that.
So you have nothing else to give for that?
I really don't. I've literally never downloaded anything that I know of.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So like I said, I went through our Internet Crimes Against Children, downloaded all of your devices, and in your possession in the laptop was child abusive material, child sexually abusive material. We call child porn.
Right.
So I need to know who the pictures are of, because that was the.
That I would know.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how it got on my laptop because I never downloaded anything. Maybe by accident, I guess, but
By
I don't.
accident, okay. So
I mean, I'm not saying I did. I just don't, because I don't know how it could have gotten there. It doesn't make any sense to me.
it doesn't make any sense, especially because you had over 100 images. 22 of those files were recognized by the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's database as having
Yeah, so
hash values that are child porn. But there are those other images that
right.
are unknown, so I need to know where you got them.
Like I said, the only thing I
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what's going on right now. His wife caught him. He got exposed. He had another phone that he'd been using at the same time. He always had this planned out. He always had another phone that he'd been using to watch all this on. So he gave his wife the phone, gave her the password, left, knowing that she gonna get all that investigated. Boom. He knowing that she gonna get the police the phone, and it's gonna be the phone gonna be this big thing. So police go through the phone, say, "Oh, we don't find anything." He think he's scot free, and turns out that the wife is still hounding, like, "No, you need this laptop there." And if he doesn't have that, then he needs his laptop. And him thinking that everything is scot free and okay, yeah, got him.
know that I downloaded was the thing called the fappening, I think it was called. And they might have been mixed in with that. I don't know.
Okay, but what about going to the website?
No. Never.
Because that is traditional child porn tradecraft.
Right.
Of one website to another, to another, to another.
Right. I've never
You just
downloaded
don't.
anything. I really have. I don't know how that, like, I didn't even know it was on there.
Okay, have you viewed it? Have you viewed child sexually abusive material?
That's what I'm saying is I don't know how it would went on there. I know I use this AI stuff. Anything else I did was.
It's not AI, and it's
Yeah,
not.
well, and the laptop, like I said.
There is child sexual erotica, which is different, but the material is yours.
Yeah.
It's on your laptop.
I have no idea. I really don't. I mean, for one, it was over 10 years ago. I wouldn't even remember if I wanted to, but.
But when you fled your house, when you knew the police were coming, what did you grab?
Well, I grabbed my laptop, but I wanted some form of communication
The
with
keyboard
outside
doesn't
world.
even work.
Right. Well, you're right, it doesn't. But
So
you can use an external
What?
keyboard for a laptop.
what this investigation, do you have one?
But yeah, of course. You can get one for $5.
What this investigation is gonna outline is that your wife found CSAM on your phone, and then we get involved.
Right.
And we have a conversation and you say, no, all I've made is AI images, and I
Right.
give you the opportunity, and we have this long conversation with the three of us, and I download the phone, and okay, there's not a lot there. Those AI images, I don't feel confident that they were intended to depict a pubescent or prepubescent child.
Right.
They're kind of, they're in that gray area.
Well,
And I
it's
say-
AI, and it's not.
Right, but I do that producing AI child porn is illegal.
Right, well, I didn't know that then, because I mean, I just didn't know, I also figured it was a gray area, because it's not real. I didn't know, I mean, clearly morally, I knew it was wrong, but, and when I started it, it was innocent, and then the AI itself decided to show me that, and that's kind of where it spiraled from. Didn't even ask for it. It's a technology that should not exist.
I swear, I promise you, I use AI way more than you, and they ain't never said nothing like that to me. It never said nothing like that to me. It probably said some conspiracies about the world, hidden technology, UFOs, Bigfoot, ghosts, paranormal. It ain't. I never heard it say the things you were saying. Then you laughing. Go to jail. Like, bruh, I hate people like you. I hate people like you. Oh, go to jail. Just go do something with your life. Like sit in a circle, a square box. I don't know, man. I'm getting mad because he over here just said it's some technology that just shouldn't exist. You a creep. You're weird. You just sitting right there with your arms folded, like you over your.
So
Damn.
that's where you want to end this.
Which one is
that
this? Oh,
You have no culpability
my
of.
bad, y'all.
I really don't know how, I can't tell you how that got on my laptop, I really don't know.
Alright,
I don't
so
download stuff.
at this point, you are under arrest for aggravated possession of child sexual use of material and using a computer to commit a crime
Right.
with 10 years or greater, both of those being 10-year felonies. So go ahead and kick your shoes off and empty your pockets, everything onto this table, please.
LaBelle listens as the detective explains the severity of the situation and what will happen next. LaBelle is arrested on October 29, 2024, and charged with aggravated possession of child sexually abusive material, along with using a computer to commit a crime. Bond is set at $50,000, and the case moves through the courts until February 2025, when LaBelle pleads no contest to the possession charge in exchange for the computer crime charge being dropped. Sentencing is scheduled for April 25th, with LaBelle facing up to 10 years in prison, a potential $50,000 fine, and lifetime sex offender registration.
Man, y'all be letting people get off too easy. 'Cause 10 years? I don't know what he done did. But nah, he might need more than 10 years. Cause
Maybe by
like he and her laughing and just chatting it up, having a good time, trying to walk around the conversation. Like, we know what you did. You gave your wife the fake phone. You took the real phone with the laptop, like you just said, and you got out of there because you're a creep. You're weird. You knew if they got that laptop, and you knew the wife was going to give them that laptop. That's why you didn't. And then you like, okay, the police coming. I'm going to keep the laptop with everything on it. You're even weirder. That's how you can tell that these people be having problems. Look, so imagine that you robbed a bank and you got away, right? And then the police are looking for like specific money from that. You done already spent. Say you already spent like 99% of the money, right? And now the police finally got a trace on the remaining serial numbers. Are you going to risk trying to keep it on you, or would you just get rid of it now that you didn't, you know? It's a lot of people in that same scenario that be like, no, I'm keeping it. It's my money. It's my money. And then they get locked up the next day, and then they be like, where you get this from? And then they look into their background. Now you, your friend, everybody get locked up. You see how that go? So in this situation, this creep basically did the same thing. Even though if he deleted it, it wouldn't have went nowhere. I don't think they know that. But yeah, it ain't even just that. It's the fact of like people can know exactly what to do and they never do it. Yeah, like you can know right from wrong and still choose the wrong thing. This dude is a creep. I don't, and they always, man. Hey, and look, I'm starting to notice something. If your janitor don't walk around the school mad and angry, like he straight, like he'll be cool some days, then not like y'all some days. Hey man, I don't know. Cause them was always cool. I ain't never had no allegation, no nothing come out them janitors. But these creepy ones, like bro, alright, y'all. Hit the like subscribe button.